A faint mechanical whir. Voice calm.
Low.
Intense. For over 2 centuries, engineers have chased a problem.
Pause.
A single spark flickers in darkness. A problem that seemed impossible. Cut to slow motion of gears turning. Copper wires coiled tightly. Old sketches from the 1800s. Steam engines. Early electrical diagrams. Some called it unsolvable. Some called it science fiction. Some gave up entirely. The hum grows louder. Metal panels shift in a dimly lit workshop. Then a flash of light. Until one man refused to quit. Camera slowly pans over blueprints, tools, and complex electric machinery. Hands sketching. Hands soldering. Hands measuring with precision instruments. Maxwell Chikumbutso. Name lingers on screen in subtle, dramatic typography. The voice drops lower. An inventor. An engineer. And now, the man who may have finally solved a 200-year-old problem. Cut to a slow reveal of the engine.
Sleek. Compact.
Metallic. Futuristic. Almost alive. The challenge. Cut to historical footage, steam engines, early combustion experiments, lab drawings. Creating an electric engine that is truly self-sustaining, efficient, and practical. Close-up of wires connecting. Magnets spinning inside a cylinder. Copper coils glowing faintly from induced currents. Every major inventor failed. Every breakthrough incomplete. Every prototype flawed. A subtle heartbeat sound starts. Until Maxwell rethought the problem entirely. Camera glides over the engine from multiple angles. Polished steel. Copper coils. Magnetic rotors spinning silently. The solution wasn't more power. Not more energy. Not more complexity. Close up. Hands adjusting a precision component. It was rethinking motion itself. Soft cinematic music begins. The engine powers up. Lights blink along its body. A quiet hum grows into a deep, resonant vibration. And when it spins, it doesn't just move.
Pause.
It transforms energy. Cut to animation overlay. Historical energy losses versus Maxwell's design. Efficiency skyrockets. No heat wasted. No friction lost. All energy channeled. The voice lowers. For 200 years, the world thought this was impossible. Now it moves. Smooth. Silent. Powerful. Predictable. Cut to test rig. The engine powers a car wheel effortlessly. Smooth acceleration. No external input beyond initial charge. Close-up of Maxwell observing the readings. Eyes focused.
Calm. Certain.
Some may say it's just an engine. Zoom in. Engine glowing faintly, almost humming like it has a heartbeat. But it's more than that. It's decades of failure. Centuries of trial and error. Every mistake accounted for. Every flaw solved. This engine doesn't just move a vehicle. It moves the world. The hum grows louder. Camera spins around the engine like it's alive. Because Maxwell didn't just build an EV engine. He solved a problem no one else could touch for 2 centuries.
Beat.
And now it's ready to change everything. Slow zoom out. The engine sits on a pedestal in the workshop. Copper glowing. Magnets spinning. Blueprints scattered around. Tools waiting for the next adjustment. The voice softens, almost whispering. And the real question now isn't if it works.
Beat.
It's what we'll do with it. Cut to black. Heartbeat fades. Soft hum lingers. Fade in. Early morning light streaming into the workshop. Dust particles float in the air, illuminated by the sun. The engine rests on a test rig, silent but alive. Close up. Maxwell's hands hover over a control panel. A single finger presses a button. The engine hums. Lights pulse rhythmically across its body. Today, we test more than power, the voice says softly. We test centuries of knowledge distilled into one machine. Cut to gauges. Voltage stable. Temperature perfect. RPM smooth. The camera pans slowly across the spinning rotor. Magnets aligned perfectly. Copper coils glowing faintly. The genius isn't in making it move faster. Close up. A technician watches readouts, shaking head in disbelief. It's in making every movement count, every joule harnessed. No wasted energy. The hum becomes almost musical. Cut to animation overlay. Diagrams showing traditional engines losing massive energy to friction and heat. Then Maxwell's design appears. Energy recirculated. Minimal losses. Maximum output. Soft voice continues. Imagine an engine that never complains, never overheats, never fails. Designed not for the lab, but for the real world. Cut to a car while spinning effortlessly on the test rig. Slow motion. The wheel accelerates smoothly, no jerks, no resistance. The camera tracks tiny sparks from magnetic induction as energy circulates inside the engine. Centuries of trial, error, and frustration distilled into perfection. Maxwell steps back, observes quietly. No fanfare, no celebration, because he knows this is just the beginning. Cut to real-world test. The engine powers a small electric car across a winding road. Camera follows from drone. Sun glints off the vehicle's body. Smooth curves, no noise, no vibration. Most engines are engines, the voice continues. This one is an answer. Another drone angle. The car climbs a steep incline effortlessly. Battery readings flawless. Efficiency off the charts. Cut to animated graphic. Comparison with conventional EV motors. Maxwell's engine requires less energy, produces more torque, and maintains stability under extreme conditions. Voice drops. 200 years of problems solved in one moment. One invention. One vision. Close up. Maxwell adjusting a copper coil with surgical precision. The camera moves inside the engine. Magnetic fields swirl. Copper glows softly. Energy flows perfectly. The hum transforms into a deep resonance. And yet it doesn't stop there. Cut to a village in Zimbabwe. Lights flicker on at night. Solar panels charge silently. A small electric vehicle drives smoothly along a dirt road. Voice softens. This engine isn't just a machine. It's a lifeline. For communities. For innovation. For the planet. Cut back to workshop. The engine rests again on its rig. Gauges steady. Displays glowing green. Maxwell scribbles new notes. Plans next prototype. Voice concludes. When the world said it couldn't be done. Close up. Sparks fly softly in the background. He did it anyway. Soft fade out. Heartbeat of the engine lingers. The hum resonates, as if alive. Fade in. Dawn over Zimbabwean landscape. A small industrial town stirs to life. Smoke rises gently from chimneys. Children run to school. Farmers walk to fields. And in the distance, a sleek electric vehicle powered by Maxwell's engine glides silently along the dirt roads. The camera tracks it from above. Sunlight reflecting off its polished surface. The hum of the engine blending with morning birds. Voice calm, deep. This engine isn't just about speed or power. It's about freedom from limitations. Cut to a factory. Massive machinery rests idle. Then, a generator hums to life. Cables connect to a row of industrial machines. One press of a button, and the entire factory is running, powered solely by Maxwell's EV engine. Close up. Spinning gears, conveyor belts moving smoothly, robotic arms assembling parts. 200 years, and no one solved this. Zoom in on Maxwell observing from the control room. Eyes focused.
Calm.
Analytical. But now energy flows effortlessly. Efficiency perfected. Machines no longer bound by old constraints. Cut to a mining site. Dirt trucks, drills, and loaders operating. All powered by the same compact engine. Workers pause, staring in disbelief. No smoke. No noise. No fumes. Just clean, silent energy, moving the largest machines the town has ever seen. Close up. Young engineer checking power readings. Everything green. Stable. Perfect. The voice softens. For communities, this is life-changing.
Cut to homes in the same town.
Streetlights flicker on automatically. Solar panels charge quietly on rooftops. Small EVs ferry people to work, school, and markets. This engine doesn't just move machines. It moves lives. Drone pulls back. The industrial town, once struggling with power shortages, now glowing with activity. The camera hovers over factories, homes, vehicles, and streets. Every system powered cleanly, silently, efficiently. The voice continues. From vehicles to factories, from farms to homes, Maxwell's invention proves one thing. Close-up of the engine again. Magnets spinning. Copper coils glowing. Silent, relentless, perfect. Problems that lasted centuries can be solved with vision, persistence, and innovation. Cut to night. The town glows like a constellation.
Machines idle now.
EVs parked neatly. Streetlights illuminating every corner. Soft hum of Maxwell's engine echoes faintly, almost like a heartbeat. Voice low. And the world is just beginning to see what's possible. Cut to Maxwell writing in a notebook. Sketches for next designs. Notes for larger engines. Ideas for scaling across cities, countries, continents. 40 years of learning. 200 years of problems. One man's solution. The camera slowly pans out. Zooming higher. The town looks small from above. But it's alive. Thriving. Efficient. A testament to a machine that solved what seemed impossible. And the question now isn't whether it works. Close up. Engine glowing softly. It's how far we can take it.
Soft fade to black.
Heartbeat hum of the engine continues. Fade in. Aerial shot of a busy city at sunrise. Skyscrapers glint in the morning light. Traffic flows, but unlike before, the streets are silent. Electric vehicles glide smoothly along highways, powered by Maxwell's engine. Voice calm, almost reverent. What happens when a 200-year-old problem is finally solved? Cut to a futuristic EV factory. Assembly lines humming. Robotic arms placing Maxwell's engines into sleek vehicles. Workers monitor efficiency displays. Close-up of engine test. Spinning magnets, glowing copper coils, energy flowing with zero loss. Cities powered cleanly. Factories running without strain. Vehicles that last longer, travel farther, and pollute less. Transition. Animation overlay showing global map. Small towns. Megacities. Remote islands. Lines of energy connecting everywhere. Imagine a world where energy isn't wasted. Where machines are no longer limited by old designs. Where innovation finally catches up to necessity. Cut to a rural village. Children riding small EV carts to school. Farmers moving water pumps effortlessly. Lights turning on in homes powered by compact engines. From Zimbabwe to the world, Maxwell's design is scalable, adaptable, and transformative. Drone shot rising over mountains. Rows of EV trucks and cars traveling silently along winding roads. Wind turbines in the background. Solar farms glinting. It doesn't just solve an engineering problem. Close up. Engines spinning silently in a lab, sensors glowing. It solves a human problem. A family in a small home lights a stove. A student plugs in a laptop. A factory worker powers machinery. Accessibility. Efficiency. Freedom. All finally possible. Cut to a research lab. Engine being tested in extreme conditions. Heat, cold, high altitude. It performs flawlessly. The voice softens. For 2 centuries, engineers dreamed. Inventors tried. Humanity waited. And now it works. Cut to Maxwell observing a line of EVs departing the lab. Camera circles slowly around him. Expression calm. Focused.
Determined.
Most breakthroughs make noise.
This one is quiet.
Because true innovation doesn't need applause, it needs results.
Cut to night.
City skyline glowing. Streetlights powered. Vehicles charging. Factories humming silently. Soft hum of Maxwell's engine in the background. Voice concludes. And this is only the beginning. Because once the impossible becomes possible, There's no limit to where we can go. Fade to black. Heartbeat hum lingers. Fade in. Early morning fog over a winding mountain road. A small convoy of electric vehicles glides silently along the curves. Drone follows from above. Close up. The lead vehicle's dashboard shows perfect efficiency, zero energy loss, and long-range capability. Voice calm, suspenseful. Before Maxwell's breakthrough, roads like this were a challenge for EVs. Long climbs, variable terrain, energy wasted, range uncertain. Cut to slow motion. The vehicle accelerates effortlessly up a steep incline. Sunlight glints off the metallic body. Camera zooms in. Copper coils spin inside the engine, magnetic fields flowing perfectly, energy contained, unbroken. Today, the impossible becomes routine. Transition. Rural Zimbabwe. Farmers connect small EV engines to irrigation pumps. Water flows freely into dry fields. Children run past with bicycles. Streetlights flick on automatically, powered by compact, efficient engines. Powering communities. Not just vehicles. Not just machines. Entire livelihoods. Cut to a laboratory testing extreme conditions. Desert heat, icy mountains, heavy rain. Engines operate flawlessly in every environment. Close up. Sensors display stable voltage, temperature, and torque. No overheating. No breakdowns. No compromises. Drone shot rises above a coastal road. An electric fishing boat, powered by Maxwell's engine, slices through the waves silently. Fishermen navigate safely, hauling nets with ease. Cut to an industrial site. Massive EV-powered cranes lift steel beams. Factory lights glow without connection to a traditional power grid. The camera pans slowly. Vehicles, machines, homes, factories all powered efficiently by the same engine design. Voice grows softer, reflective. For 200 years, humanity waited. Engineers failed. Cities struggled. Vehicles faltered. Communities suffered. And now energy flows cleanly, reliably, universally. Cut to Maxwell walking among the test sites. Hands brushing over machinery, small EVs, engines, solar panels. Quietly observing. No celebration. No fanfare. Just precision. Focus. Vision. The real proof isn't in the lab, it's on the road. In homes. In towns. In lives changed. Slow montage. Children riding EV carts to school. Farmers irrigating fields with electric pumps. Factories operating silently. Vehicles ascending steep hills. Fishing boats moving without noise or fumes. Voice concludes. And this is only the beginning. Because when a 200-year-old problem is solved, the world doesn't just keep pace. It leaps forward. Cut to nightfall. The engines rest silently in their stations. Lights across towns glow softly. Soft hum of energy flowing in the background. Camera zooms out to reveal multiple towns, vehicles, and factories lit by clean, silent power. Voice whispers. Maxwell Chikumbutso didn't just build an EV engine. He built the future. Fade to black. Heartbeat hum lingers. Fade in. Sunrise over a sprawling metropolis. The city is alive, yet silent. Traffic moves smoothly, all EVs powered by Maxwell's engine. No honking. No fumes. Just fluid, efficient motion. Voice calm, commanding. When one engine can solve a centuries-old problem, the ripple is unstoppable. Cut to drone shots. Highways, ports, and rail yards. Electric trucks haul goods effortlessly. Ships glide silently through harbors, powered by compact engines. Factories hum efficiently. Lights flick on in skyscrapers. The camera pans across solar fields, charging stations, and small communities, all integrated seamlessly. This isn't just innovation. It's a global energy reset. Close up, a control center monitors fleets of EVs in real time. Maps light up. Efficiency stats, torque outputs, energy flows, all optimized. The 200-year engineering challenge was never about technology alone. Cut to archival images. Early EV prototypes, failed motors, sketches of perpetual motion attempts. It was about rethinking energy itself. Return to modern footage. Vehicles climbing mountains, urban EVs weaving through traffic, delivery drones powered by the same engine. The potential is endless. Slow montage. Rural villages receiving mobile electricity solutions. Emergency vehicles deploying rapidly, powered by portable engines. Industrial machinery operating without traditional grids. Tiny modular homes self-powered and ready to deploy anywhere. Voice softens reflective. Imagine a world where energy is accessible, efficient, and clean. Where transportation isn't limited. Where communities thrive. Where innovation is practical, not theoretical. Cut to Maxwell walking quietly through a research facility. Hands brushing over a line of engines. Eyes scanning readouts. No fanfare. No cameras. Just focus. He built more than an engine. He built a blueprint for the future. Zoom out. Earth from space. Lights flicker in cities, towns, and villages. Lines of energy pulse like veins, connecting communities worldwide. Every vehicle, every home, every machine empowered. Sustainable, reliable, transformative. Cut to slow motion. A family stepping into an EV, a worker starting a self-powered machine, a student opening a solar-powered home. Voice drops. And the world will never be the same again. Fade to a workshop at dusk. Blueprints scattered across a table. Engines spinning silently. The camera focuses on a single sheet of paper, blank. Soft whisper. Because the next breakthrough is always waiting to be drawn. Soft fade to black. The hum of Maxwell's engine lingers as the screen goes dark. If you want, I can create the final part 6, which would be a dramatic closing sequence, summarizing Maxwell's impact, showing the future is here, and leaving viewers amazed, ready to click, share, and subscribe. Fade in. Early dawn over the workshop. Maxwell sits quietly at a desk. Pencil in hand. Blueprints spread before him. The soft hum of the EV engine fills the room. Steady, alive. Voice calm, reflective. For 2 centuries, the world searched for answers. For 2 centuries, the impossible seemed permanent. And then one man refused to stop. Cut to montage. EVs gliding silently through cities. Factories humming efficiently. Communities lighting up with clean, reliable energy. Rural towns thriving with new power. Tiny homes opening doors for families. The music swells. Hopeful. Epic. Voice lowers. Maxwell Chikumbutso didn't just invent an engine. He built a future we all can reach. Close up. The engine spins softly, glowing. A single spark of light reflects off its surface. Fade to a world map at night. Lights pulse across continents. Lines of energy flowing everywhere. The voice concludes. And this is only the beginning. Because when one breakthrough changes everything, humanity finds a way forward. Fade to black. The hum of the engine lingers one last time. Soft text fades in.